February and March are very stressful for children, especially those who are going to appear for their public examinations, the 10th and the 12th, right? Hello, I am Dr. Dheep. I'm a psychiatrist here at Apollo Specialty Hospital, Madurai. My area of interest and specialization is children and adolescents. So this is a time of stress, not just for the children, but also for the parents, for the educational institutions, the teachers. Everybody is on edge because they're also worried about how well their children are going to perform in this exam. So one of the topics that we cover for school students who are appearing for the 10th and 12th is about exam fear and performance anxiety. And this refers to children who are otherwise good, who otherwise perform well in class, get good marks, but unfortunately, in spite of all the preparation, in spite of all the revisions, on the day of the exam, something seems to block the performance, and for some reason they end up scoring less than what is expected. The child is disappointed, the parents are disappointed, the teachers are disappointed, right? So this is what we call as exam fear or performance anxiety. And this is true not just for children, also for adults. Anywhere and everywhere. You got an interview going, you got to attend an interview for a job for adults. There too, otherwise confident people go on to the interview and there somehow freeze. And the person interviewing thinks, this person is not confident, this person doesn't seem to be assertive enough, he or she doesn't have good body language, and they get rejected, these people. But the fact would be, the person is actually capable of achieving much more than what he or she performs. So this performance anxiety is something that starts in childhood and goes on into adulthood, or not just 20s and 30s. It can be even in your 50s and 60s when you're looking for a change in scenario, or you're taking up a new business, you're taking up something. This performance anxiety can be quite crippling and can interfere with your performance. So what exactly is this performance anxiety that we are talking about? You see, normal anxiety, we know, it's the same thing, but unfortunately it is triggered by certain negative thoughts that come into our mind when an important event or situation arises. Now these children who I said perform probably in their class, they would be class toppers, or even during the 2 or 3 official full portion revisions that they have had in the school in December, January, they would have been really doing very well. But then when they go into the exam hall on the day of the public exam, they are somehow not able to perform. So for preventing such a catastrophe happening to these children, we talk to the schools, the plus 2 and the 10th students in December, January, and we give them certain tips on how to handle this performance anxiety, how to avoid this anxiety, and how to perform really well in the exams. We start off with something very simple. We tell every child that they should have a very simple daily routine, meaning all 3 meals they have to eat, no skipping breakfast. A very bad habit that many of our school children have, what we have noticed. So no skipping breakfast, must have a normal meal all 3 times a day, taking adequate intake of water, which would be probably around 1 to 1.5 liters of water in a day, compulsory, having adequate sleep. You know how much you need, roughly 6 to 8 hours is a full sleep. Okay, till December 6 hours is possible, but then as the exams come in, January and February, maybe it will be restricted to 4 hours, which is fine. But at least that much of sleep is required. Children who don't eat properly, children who don't drink water adequately, and who don't sleep, give enough rest for their bodies, will end up having performance anxiety, or they'll freeze in the exams. So irrespective of how well they study, how brilliant they are, how capable they are, these very simple lifestyle maintenance is absolutely essential. We start with that. Then we go on to about how to prepare for the exams, and then how on the day, how to prepare revisions, how to do the revisions so that they're able to complete it on time, and then how the day before the exam, what they're supposed to do, the week before the exam, what they're supposed to do. All this we take it in stages so that the child sort of lives through that experience. They visualize what's going to happen and they find it comfortable when they are in the place. Simple thing, we tell the parents or the teachers that these children who are going to go for the exams, once they know which school or which hall the exam is going to be held, it is better that they take the child to that particular school, at least from outside. This is where you're going to come on the day of the exam. So a couple of days earlier itself, the child has a visual image of where the child is going to write the exam. Usually it's in a different school, in some they give a common location. So it's better you go earlier, see the place and come back. And then the day before the exam itself, we tell the children to make sure that the geometry boxes are ready, the hall ticket is placed, everything into the box. The day before itself. Simple thing, the dress they're going to wear the next day is ready and waiting. So that early in the morning, they don't start getting up and get flustered when they don't find the pen, they don't find the box, they don't find the hall ticket. They say, I kept it here, I know. The mother would have put it into the box bag the previous night. The child will not know. And then everybody gets flustered. So it's always better for the child to do that. Whatever he or she needs, it's for the child, the 10th and 12th standard child, to put it into the bag so that he or she knows which zipper side that the child has put it and stuff like that. And then as they come to the exam hall, no discussion about studies with the other children, because at the last minute flipping the pages and did you read this? This is important, that is important. That's something that absolutely triggers performance anxiety. That's one of the most important triggers for performance anxiety. So that is something to be avoided. They don't do the last minute discussions and deciding on what is important, what is not important. So all these small tips we give to ensure that child performs very well during the exams. So those of you who are going to attend the exams, just keep this in mind and do well. All the very best.